on this episode of Potages.
I'm looking at this wallpaper too much because it kind of looks like Gomamon has boobs.
I didn't see Elecmon. Hey, what up, buddy?
I need your password. You can use mine to get on the internet.
Potages.
Welcome to Potages, episode 008, Unknown Tridentity.
Try Chapter 2, Determination, PV1.
Recorded January 16th, 2016.
Potages is your critically nostalgic, analytical tour through the Digimon anime. I'm ... and I'm joined by ...
I like it.
I like it. We should leave it
Let's
like
leave
that.
it like that. I'm the first dot.
I'm Peridot. Okay, for real though.
No, it makes sense.
We need to explain who we are to people who are maybe people listening for the first time and they're just like, what is this stupid thing?
Why would they listen to a random episode about the second try episode?
Because it's supposed to be short. Andrew, just do it. I'm going to eat a 3DS.
Anyway, I'm Jeff.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Asher.
I'm Andrew.
You said that like it was a question.
I think we've introduced ourselves. Not really sure. I'm confused at this point. But we're here to talk about the first PV, maybe the only PV, but PV for the second try movie. And we'll have links in the show notes you can find to the YouTube video. It's all in Japanese. There's not a subtitled or translated version, but we also have links to a translation done by Great Blaster on Tumblr. So you can read along with that. But yeah, I mean, what were everyone's general initial impressions?
I am more convinced than ever that Joe is evil.
What?
Okay, putting that on the side burner. What did it do for our excitement levels for the next movie?
It just made me really, really confused. What is going on?
Yeah.
I'm kind of hyped for it.
It definitely raised my hype levels.
Well, everything raises your hype level.
No, not that. I mean, the movie one itself did not really raise my hype levels. At the end of it, I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch more. And then with Hoster, I was like, okay, I'm definitely watching more. And then this, I was like, oh God, I'm just so curious.
I guess I'm curious.
So strong about that. For
I
sure.
mean, it's just, it doesn't have the right balance of like, I understand what's going on and I'm excited to see where that goes versus like, I am so confused and that kind of deters from my hype from it because I kind of want to like understand a little bit of what's going on at this point.
Yeah.
Like right now, there's no context for some of the images seen in the PV.
Yeah, but I'm happy because it looks like it really is going to address some of what it brought up in the first movie, and
didn't.
That pleases me.
Sure, like it's not going to ignore the 02 kids anymore.
They better not be ignoring them at this point.
But I kind of really don't like when a trailer leaves you with the impression that, like, wait, they laid out so much of the plot, like how much plot is left in the movie. And I like how this, threw a bunch of things in there that were like, basically threw a bunch of puzzle pieces and we're like, wait, how are they going to fit together? That's really, it leaves the story up for question.
Yeah. I didn't like the very end because that just stresses me out.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I don't like media that stresses me out. Like I'm having a hard time with other things that I'm watching right now. And I'm just like, stop!
Okay, so the first thing I noted was at 10 seconds. Well, we see Joe looking at his phone. 10 seconds, and we see Gomamon dressed up with sunglasses on his phone.
They had a fun day at the beach.
Actually, it kind of reminds me of TK's 02 shirt.
Oh yeah, like the yellow, yeah.
Oh, that's true. It is that shirt, isn't it?
I mean, it raises some questions to me, like, why is Gomamon, like, is that just his wallpaper? Or, like, does he miss Gomamon? Or, like...
Of course he misses Gomamon!
I mean, he's evil. He stabbed Gomamon, and now is like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Okay. And also, I'm looking at this wallpaper too much, because, like, it kind of looks like Gomamon has boobs a little bit.
I know.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's even a little like cleavage in the shadowing, like, a tiny bit.
I mean, like, normal people, even if they don't,
Yeah. But he's a fish.
normal boobless people have
Did you just say he's
chest.
a fish?
He's not a fish.
He's not a fish?
No.
He's a mammal.
He's like a seal
Okay.
or a sea lion or something.
He's a
He
water
turns
creature.
into a walrus.
yeah.
Okay. Walruses are fish too.
And then he turns into a thing with a turtle shell.
He turns into the coolest ultimate, is what he turns into.
Okay. He lives in the water. He's a fish to me.
Okay, Jeff.
I know that's not entirely true. Okay, so next thing I wanted to point out was it's at 18 seconds. The shot of Ogremon fighting Leomon and Elekmon in the background.
I didn't see Elekmon. Hey, what up, buddy?
He has an egg. He's like,
And also-
damn
He does
it,
have an
stop
egg.
fighting.
It also appears to be Primary Village in flames in the background.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the star is frowning.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh. Maybe because it's the star that got
Wait,
punched by
what?
One Punch Man in the One Punch Man opening. The little star at the top of Primary Village thing is frowning. I'm pretty sure they're normally smiling. Oh boy. But I mean, the first time I saw this when I watched the PV, I thought it was not necessarily new material. I thought this was like the scene we saw of Tai and Matt holding hands that was just re-rendered scene from the original.
It's kind of what I thought. Is that not true? Because it's on fire.
It can't be because the next shows their eyes.
Yeah, Ogremon has no pupils, and that suggests to me that he has been taken over by something.
I mean, I don't know.
That was never the case with him before.
Right. I mean, I think it's definitely also based on plot details revealed before that like Ogremon is going to be showing up in Odaiba. But
Again.
right. Yeah, but maybe the first time for this one, if it's the same one as Adventure, because that was a different one. But I don't know. I mean, I definitely have seen people saying that, like, this exact scene happens in the movie, but I mean, this could just be a stylistic representation of what happened in Adventure, even though they were actually fought in Primary Village, I don't think. But
I don't know.
like, I would be surprised if Lekmon showed up in Odaiba as a thing, you know, like, but it could be that like Ogremon was on a rampage before appearing in Odaiba.
No, but I think this scene will be important. Like, it won't just be something they showed, like a flashback of, like, the Tai and Matt thing. Like, this is definitely a new scene.
I mean, I definitely agree that Ogremon versus Leomon is going to be an important thing. I'm less confident about this scene, the shot in particular.
No, but this is definitely not going to be a flashback. I mean, not like a flashback of Adventure.
And so also Ogremon's eyes are totally whited out, like he's possessed.
Again.
And I kind of, seeing the scene of them fighting, I guess this isn't actually right. I was wishing like that Leomon was the only one corrupted and Ogremon was the one fighting against him, because we never really saw that.
No, I actually kind of like it because it's the opposite of what happened in Adventure.
No, but Ogremon, it's true, it is the opposite of what happened in Adventure, but like Ogremon never fought against Leomon to help him from his corruption, which is what I would have loved to see.
No, but he fought him.
Yeah, but I really want Ogremon, I want them to like have resolved their fighting, but then be like, I'm going to fight you because you're bad now. Which I guess is what happened, but it's like...
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, but I want Leomon to be corrupted again, I guess.
Why? He already...
It's true.
Leomon's been through enough.
Is he gonna die again?
Probably.
Yeah, everyone's assuming that's going to happen.
I mean, like, it's Leomon. What else is he gonna do? It's like Sean... What's his name? Sean Bean.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Bean has survived before.
Sean Bean should play Leomon, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be weird to bring Leomon back, because this is one of those questions in Zero Two. I was like, wait, he definitely should have been reborn, but where is he? And it'd be weird for them to bring him back and then also kill him again, because that, unless it's in a way that makes it clear he's not going to be reborn again. I don't know.
He was probably just taking his time.
Yeah, just chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
The next thing I wrote down was... Oh, crap. Okay. It's at 29 seconds.
The Palmon image.
There's the Palmon image. I didn't really have much to say about that.
There's yeah.
What do you have to say, Ash?
Kari image?
Yeah, I was going to say the Kari
No,
image.
after the Kari image.
Okay, let's talk about the Kari image. So Kari and Mako, Hikari and Mako, whatever, are at the onsen, it looks like. And I mean, the one thing I've seen pointed out about that is that Hikari has her 02 camera, which people are happy about. That's kind of cool, but whatever.
Why would she still be using that same
Yeah, I
camera?
was like, you don't keep a camera that long.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense in universe. I guess technology moves slower back then. So what's the next thing?
Boobmon.
That's one name.
More like the return of Boobmon.
I'm just chilling at 30 seconds, and that's...
Oh yeah, I didn't really like scrubbing back and forth. Like, yo, those boobs do move way too much. Not way too much. They move a lot. I don't want to. Anyway. So actually, this is an interaction I saw some people on Twitter because I like search for Digimon sometimes, and there were a lot of people who saw the poster of Rosemon and Rosemon and Vikemon, and actually thought it was Lilymon Zudomon because it's been so long since they've seen Adventure and forgot kind of what they look like.
Well, I mean, they're just kind of like more complex versions of Lilymon and Zudomon.
Right, which kind of makes me wonder, like, if it loses some of that, like, to us, we're like, oh my god, finally the ultimate or the megas, like, oh my god, it's so cool. But to some people who haven't watched it recently, they're like, yeah, isn't that what we already saw? It's kind of weird.
Well, they'll watch it, they'll watch the movie and be like, oh, hey!
Yeah.
I'm not worried about other people.
It's a good motto for life.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a good motto for someone going into my line of work, but sure.
It's fine.
So,
Certain level of uncaring.
next thing, corrupted ? Imperial Digimon.
It's most likely a virus version of Imperial Digimon.
I missed like a ton of things when I watched this.
No, but I am assuming this is the same thing with Metal Greymon from season 2.
When it had the dark spiral, so it changed. It looked like the virus version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird though because like the corruption we've seen. I guess we only saw like Kuwagamon and the Meaty Alphamon. Like they didn't seem to be under any different color scheme. But I guess you're right. If it follows the trend of Metal Greymon, then it's possible. It makes sense.
My only complaint is the color scheme. It's kind of odd. Like
it's an improvement.
No.
Yes.
You guys had such like strong opinions on the color scheme of Imperial Digimon. I was just so confused. I was like,
I still do, and I think this is an improvement.
It's okay, Jeff. You're better off not understanding.
They need to dull the yellow in this one. I think it would look...
They need to make the red redder, is what I would like.
there's red.
No, moving on.
Kind of a maroon color.
Yeah, I don't like that color.
I don't know. It looks garish with the yellow, like that shade.
Okay. The next thing is Hakmon, who was in. This isn't just a shot of him. It's really no different than what we saw of him in the first movie. But at least there's possibly a promise that he'll be in the second movie.
I want him as a pet. He is adorable. Give him to
He has a
me.
giant spike on his nose.
What?
So?
A giant spike. That would be so annoying.
Yeah, but he's cute. He has a cape. Like, what's going on here? Let me pet you.
Jeff, where is he from again?
He's the rookie form of Jesmon, the final Royal Knight. But like, what do you mean?
What did he first appear in? What media?
He first appeared in that like in a Adventure PSP.
Right.
And that poster for the 15th anniversary where he was alongside the other Adventure Digimon for some reason. And yeah, and then at 32 seconds, no one else is going to care about this, but Joe is at his desk and there is, maybe this was in the movie and I just missed it, but there's calligraphy above his desk.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I don't know, that's like Daigo's thing. Maybe that is a sign that he is reconnecting, or maybe that was just always there and that's like, that's just what high schoolers are supposed to do.
Well, Joe's always been sort of like traditional.
I'm assuming this is something like words to get him motivated.
Yeah, also he's doing cram school and that's a sort of like, yeah.
Yeah, I can't really make out what character, I don't recognize his characters. The second one.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like determination or something.
Determination. Yeah. Work hard!
Well, it's definitely not determination because the movie title is determination. It's Kitsui. I recognize those characters and those aren't the ones that are there. But it might be something similar meaning. So, and then Vikemon. Yeah, Vikemon looks cool.
Of course he does.
And so the big drop of the trailer, and what I think everyone has been talking about, is at 37 seconds, which is a long pan, which fades to black to kind of obscure anything.
Unless you have Photoshopped.
Right, some people have adjusted the contrast. And
I did it too, I tried it.
Okay, so it's what seems to be the Digimon Emperor / Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
A redesigned one.
It's Wallace.
Redesigned and possibly recast. So that's the big speculation I've seen in fandom circles is it Ken or is it Taichi or is it, I forget what they call him.
It's Joe.
Osamu?
Osamu or /Sam or is it Joe?
But he's dead.
It's definitely not Joe. Joe doesn't have that much hair.
I think Ashley's the one who said it's Joe.
No, somebody else in the Slack was like,
really?
I thought for a hot second it was Joe. Pretty sure that happened.
Joe does not have that much hair.
It looks like Ken. I don't understand.
I'm reserving judgment. I think it might be Sam.
So we'll have a link in the show notes to the adjusted contrast one where you can make that more detail. But actually I want to find that so we can actually look at it, like all of us now, because there are a lot of details that line up with Taichi, surprisingly so.
There are, but I think it might just be a stylistic thing.
Right. It might just be that the character designs are similar because it's a thing.
Because hair.
So yeah, it's like the goggles look a lot like they're shaped the same as Taichi's goggles. The hair is shaped like Taichi's hair. But yeah, like that could just be the character design details.
But yeah, it curves a lot like Tai's than
Oh my god. It's Ken, okay? Let's just go.
I thought you said it's Joe, and I was like, actually, no, stop, drop it.
Well, I personally think it's an alternate universe Tai where stuff happens.
All right, we all have a different opinion. We will all find out in March.
Yeah, I think the alternate universe, unless sure that alternate universe Taichi, but like alternate universe anything, I'm intrigued by.
I mean, if we have an evil Imperial Dramon, it makes sense that it would be Ken.
Right, but where's Davis? Where's Daisuke?
But just,
Maybe it's evil Daisuke.
like, everybody's trying to hype this up more because they obscure it, I think. But they're not obscuring it because, like, it doesn't look like Ken. Like, Ken has goggles and has spiky hair when he's the Digimon Emperor.
Yeah, but Ken's hair is spikier.
In the old
Right,
animation,
in the old
yeah.
design. So there's a lot to remain to be seen. I like how there are these arguments and everyone has evidence and everyone has reasons to believe things, and we all just kind of have to we can all fight as much as we want, but like, I don't know.
Alternate reality where Tai loses Sora in the Edamon arc.
It's Mimi.
I'd be down.
I thought you said it. I thought it was Willis.
I really want it to be Willis. That'd be hilarious.
Maybe each movie has go to a different alternate reality where a different character becomes the Digimon Emperor in that reality. And
Well, it kind of ties in. My theory kind of ties in with the other part of this PV.
So I guess we should get to that. The thing it's kind of like an after. It's like an epilogue to Little PV because it's not. It's according to the text on screen and stuff. It's not about.
It's basically. Oh, hey, here's the PV for episode 2.
And by the way,
hey, there's more.
Episode 3. Yeah.
And we're going to make this as vague as hell.
I'm not okay with this.
It's at 1 minute and 10 seconds, and they show Patamon on screen. There's no dialogue. There's Patamon on screen, and then text that says, Sayonara, TK.
Well, Takeru.
Okay. Sorry. I translated Takeru and not Sayonara.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like a whole nother can of worms. And
Alternate reality where Patamon didn't come back.
but why would he be saying goodbye?
Because he can.
Whatever. This stresses me out. I'm not okay with this.
I also wonder if it's a red herring or misdirection because it's like, it's just text on screen. I mean, it is going by the like silent movie. I don't know, the cues. Like it definitely strongly implies
Cyber cards.
Well, it's like it's definitely implying that Patamon's the one saying those words. But what if it's not Patamon saying those words? Could be someone else.
I think it's Patamon saying the words, but we'll find out what it actually means in whenever this one comes out. When is this one supposed to come out?
I think they just said summer.
Summer. All right.
Which, hopefully it's 4 months again, so it's July.
All right.
I mean, I really find that an interesting strategy to be like, you're pumped for movie 2, but by the way, on the horizon, you're going to be even more, maybe not excited. I guess you're more anxious than excited, but...
I am super anxious about this one.
I actually thought, I thought you'd be excited for it because it's like the theme of TK's, Takeru's anger about that was one of your favorite parts of 02, and it seems like...
It is one of my favorite parts, but I don't want Patamon to leave TK. Again.
Which we know can't be permanent either, so it's just going to be like retrying... If he's going to retry the same thing as Adventure, where like he leaves and then comes back as an egg,
I will punch somebody if that happens.
Because of emotional trauma or because of retreading plot?
Both.
Well, you also have to keep in mind the name of the third...
right, which is Confession, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, we haven't touched
Maybe
the
they will
translation of
finally talk about TK's problems.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's TK coming to grips with himself.
That would be really nice, but Patamon should still stay. Is my
I'm
decision.
pretty sure this is just I'm most likely thinking this is just a dream.
Oh, that would be bull. I hate that.
I mean, Patamon seems really happy if he's saying sayonara. That's what really throws me.
What if he's... This is a thought I had. Like, what if it's not a matter of, like, him dying? It's a matter of him, like, entering some kind of permanent evolution to one of the new Mega Ultimate stages.
I would also not be okay with that.
It's just Seraphimon, right?
Yeah, I think...
That's what they decided on?
I mean, I think there's no ambiguity about that, but the Holy Dramon... Wait, that's not the right one, right? Magna Dramon?
Ooh, what if Patamon becomes evil?
Yeah, and that's why he's smiling. Goodbye, TK. I'm going to murder you.
Bye, TK! Nobody liked you anyway.
This pose where he's just smiling and waving is really cute, though. Should we touch on the translation? Because we didn't really talk about that much. The translation of the dialogue.
Well, the dialogue's really vague.
Yeah, it's really vague.
I don't know. To me, it weakens the argument of alternate universes, though, because it seems to try to be implying that it's like whatever is happening is a result of what they did before.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, the first thought I had was maybe it's trending towards like the consequences of these fights is leading to a situation where they have to reset things in order to like things get so bad. But then it also seems to be talking about like dealing with consequences and stuff, and like resetting timelines is kind of the ultimate cop out for that.
Yeah, that's my only real thought on that.
And Koshiro's line of like, even if you think that what you did was for the best, the result is still what you see before you. And it's like, okay, that's like a really kind of like, not deep, but it's like a really strong, emotional, very heavy line. And then it also says, you have a self-centered side to you, Mimi-san. Like, what? Like that seems like a casual, like, oh, Mimi, you're so selfish. Like, I don't know how to interpret this.
I don't know.
And I like the like brief, apparently there's an exchange between Daigo and Maki, but then it seems to be like, it goes Daigo, Maki, Daigo, Joe, Yamato. Like, what? I
think it's just them screaming out random lines.
Random lines picked out, yeah.
But I mean, it definitely goes like, it seems like Daigo and Maki are like call and response. Like, what do you think?
Well, that might be, but it might not be.
Yeah, but then I think like Yamato screaming "you coward" is just like, Yamato, like get a new line at this point. Like you're so boring. You bore me.
Like I don't think he's talking to Joe. I think probably he's still talking to Tai.
Yeah, that seems like
exactly, but that's why it's boring.
Yeah.
That's like it seems like a total red herring. Like just put it after Joe, and then it'll make it seem like he's yelling at Joe, and then
Matt has yelled enough at Joe in his life.
Oh. Yeah.
Of course, Matt has also yelled at Tai quite a lot, but
I also really like Daigo just like speculating out whether the kids are, I mean, I don't know who they is in this, but like Daigo saying, do you think they're happy or unhappy? Like, I don't know. I kind of assume the worst of this organization. Like, oh, they're trying to like do evil things, but like they're just like looking out for their well-being and like, are they emotionally healthy right now? You know, like that's kind of cool. You should see where that goes. Okay. So any final impressions about this PV?
It's a pretty good PV.
But I'm looking at the image of the Digimon Kaiser on with the Wills thread, and the color scheme of the outfit, even though the color scheme kind of reminds me of the Imperial Dramon.
The thing is, like, people talk about the color scheme. Like, I've heard people talk about the color scheme too, about like the rim of the glasses is yellow, so it's definitely Ken, not Taichi. But like, the color's been adjusted to get a better image. Like, I don't think the hues are really intact.
Well, yeah, it's a very stylized image because the background is red anyway. So who knows what the real colors are, but
yeah, I mean, it's both. So it's like the initial thing is stylized, and then people have put it through lots of filters to get it to be more contrasted. So like, yeah, I have no idea what it's actually going to look like.
No, but like, look at the two side by side, and it's just like
the Imperial Dramon.
It still looks like Ken.
Yeah, that's like his old color scheme anyway. I actually really hope it's not Ken. Like, not just because like he's already been the Digimon Emperor. Come on, guys.
And he got over it anyway.
Yeah, I want it to be Sam.
Maybe it's an entirely new character.
Maybe it's Mako. She does have enough hair for it to be put up like that.
I think she has too much hair for that.
What if it's a Digimon?
If it's Ken, just like, you know, he's corrupted and then kind of he returns his own returns to his old proclivities. Is that even the right word?
I've never. It's a word. I'm not sure how to pronounce it because I've never heard anyone actually try to pronounce it out loud because nobody is that pretentious in real life.
Is there a better synonym? Like his old hangouts.
His old tendencies.
Yeah.
Persona?
Yeah. That he might like, drift into that, just like
his old bad habits.
Yeah, makes him sound like a biker gang person or something.
That would have been cool. Alternate universe.
Do people have things to plug? I have too many things to plug.
Why do we do this on such a small episode?
Well, I mean, we can keep the recommendation short.
All right, I've been playing Etrian Odyssey 3. It's great.
Is that old or new?
Old.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about why it's great?
It's Etrian Odyssey.
I thought you were running out of battery. Let's go.
Okay. Someone else go, because I have too many choices.
Everybody watch the anime Erased.
Oh, really?
I've heard that's good.
Because actually, you watched it this morning, right? So
yes.
I
It's
didn't.
very emotionally upsetting, though. Be prepared.
Why is everything so stressful?
Yes, I've also seen it. It's really good. I'm kind of surprised because we haven't talked about it since you watched it. I'm surprised to hear it's your recommendation. That's cool.
I don't know what else my recommendation would be except to watch the Dimension W opening over and over again, like me.
So yeah, one of the reasons that I have so many possible suggestions is it's the new anime season, and so there are a lot of new things. Andrew, I was guessing that you might pick something from the new anime season, but I wasn't sure.
No, I was just going to mention that I might be making a new podcast.
Oh yeah, is it coming soon?
Maybe.
So vague.
Well, it's kind of hard when 3/4 of the hosts are college students.
What is this new podcast about? Can you tell us anything other than its format?
Well, it is another Digimon podcast, which is a complete lie because it isn't.
That would be such trolling.
No, but it's just we're gonna cover like the first 4 episodes of like lesser known anime and then kind of do what we do here in Prodigious, just not as in depth.
Are you doing, when we talked about it before, are you doing the like gachapon theming?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay, so keep an eye out for that, I guess.
Yeah, but for the first episode, it's going to be an introduction episode. And I don't think we're going to cover anything.
Do you have a name yet?
Yeah, Podkatsu.
Cool.
Katsu as in katsudo, not katsu as in the food.
Yeah, I was like, is this like chicken katsu? What is katsudo? I'm looking at, wait, like action?
Katsudo is like action or activities.
Also like conjugation. Katsuyo.
What?
Like conjugating verbs.
Whatever, Jeffrey. What do you want to plug?
So, okay. I have, okay.
I already took a race out of the equation.
So, okay, we took a race out of the equation. I will just very briefly mention the other anime that I'm watching this season, which is Dimension W, which we briefly mentioned before. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be good, but it seems like it might be promising.
Has
but it has
an awesome opening.
It has a good opening, good opening song with like lots of fan service. It's kind of icky. And Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash. I have no idea that that's going to be good. Like I was kind of hooked into it, but it's not for everyone. And the thing I actually, and there's also the short Oji-san and Marshmallow, which
No.
that's not my main recognition. I'm just saying I'm watching that.
It's strange.
It's very strange, but it might.
But
it's a
cute,
bizarre kind of
I
humor.
guess.
No.
It's cute in a weird way that I don't really
Not
approve
cute.
of.
It's not cute.
But the thing I'm actually recommending is Secco Boys, which
No!
is
What is wrong with you?
which is a. You just watch it. I mean, I know I do have to describe it.
Chef, I can't believe you.
So yes, Secco Boys is a idol show about a boy band idol group.
It's a short anime.
Yeah, it's short. It's only 7 minutes. You should watch it. No other important description to provide. Yes, the hook is that they are statues. Busts,
And their manager is a former art student.
who want to get away from statues. Yes, but they're not like statues that move or anime or anything. It's literally just statues.
They literally took pictures of the statues.
You should not watch this.
You should watch it.
No.
It's the most weird random anime thing I've seen.
Not even close, but it's up there.
晴れの日ばかりじゃないからたまに冷たい雨も降るけれど傘広げよう
Let us know what you thought about this episode in our comments at patages.com/T1.1. We also have detailed notes on the site about all the characters, images, and references we make, so check those out if you're curious about anything we mentioned.
Prodigious is made possible with support from our awesome Patreon. Amanda, Andre Lelouch, David Gao, Joe, Jacques Sant. You make fun of the way I say this.
It's really because I don't know how to.
Okay. Kailani, Sam Krieger, and Stephen Patamon.
I think it's like a Sant, I'm not sure about, but you pronounce the Jack like it's Jacques because of it.
I just can't. I don't know.
If you want to become a Patreon and support the show, you can join Patreon Party, our private Slack chat group, for $1 a month. You can get monthly stickers for $5 a month, and you can get early episodes for $10 a month. We also have a lot more rewards and goals, so check out patreon.com/Prodigious. I will never pronounce Patreon and Patreon with the same vowels. It's just never happening.
Fine. Follow Prodigious on Twitter, Tumblr, or Facebook to keep up with the Digimons and get funny images and GIFs related to the show. If you don't like how I pronounce that, then become a Patreon to vote on how we have to pronounce GIF You can find me on ...
Not again, Andrew.
Ask everyone else.
I'm definitely Jeff on Twitter.
I'm AshMcD00 on Twitter.
I'm Asher Dashery at Tumblr.
And I'm Phantom Cellist F at Tumblr. You can also find links to all our social media accounts at padigis.com.
Our Calamon artwork is by the awesome Mary Cagle. Check out her webcomics, Let's Speak English, and Kiwi Blitz, and she's also Cube Watermelon on Tumblr and Twitter, where she posts lots of other cool drawings and fan art pieces.
Share the podcast with your friends who are anxiously awaiting the next Try movie. And if your friends aren't anxiously awaiting for the next Try movie, they're probably corrupted by Demiurge.
Next time on Putages, we're going back to Tamers. That's also what we said last time, so don't trust everything you hear on the internet. Bye.
Bye.
And remember, never stop digivolving.
現代な夢の後の何もない世の中じゃそうせんとしい思いも負けそうになるけどステージが代名詞だらけの頼りない翼でもきっと飛べるぜ Oh yeah 現代な夢の後のやるせない世の中じゃそうせ常識始めも悪くないからステージそなイメージを染めたぎこちない翼でもきっと飛べるぜ Oh my love
Anyway, I'm Jeff.
I'm Asher.
No.
We did it in sync.
Oh.
Because we're the same person.
We are the same person.
Also, Daigo's the best, and I don't think I mentioned on the podcast, but I've taken up calligraphy since last episode not because of him, partially inspired a
Such
little
a
bit,
fool.
tiny bit. Also inspired by Barakamon a little bit, but side note.
By what?
Such a weeaboo.
Barakamon, it's an anime and also manga that is really, really good.
Okay. All right.
It's set on a like rural island where they have weird dialect. So a lot of the titles, like Barakamon, is a like weird dialect kind of thing. That's why it sounds a little weird for Japanese. Also sounds like Barak as a Digimon, Barack Obama. But
Well, so does Doraemon.
that's
so-
true, yeah. At least I proceeded Digimon.
Putages is made possible with support from our awesome Patreon, Amanda. Yeah. Yeah.
I know that's a tricky name. It's pretty rare.
Shut up.